Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for coming to the fourth video in this series. Pretty well wrapping it up for the ketchup series. I might do a quick video on all the body patches that are on this car that were, 1970s, all the braze welding and whatnot. But today I'm going to talk about the brakes. I did a Shoebox Central front disc brake upgrade, and it worked out pretty good. Instructions were a little bit vague, so it was a little harder to put together than I expected. Had to make a few phone calls, texts back and forth, just to get it figured out. But in the end, we finally did. There's the 10 mil spacer, I believe, that goes on the spindle so you can seat the rotor properly. It was a smaller diameter than the spindle. Once again, I had to figure out how to do that to get it installed. It was suggested that I just use a same diameter pipe and bash it on, and that was coming from those guys, and I didn't really want to do that. Simpler method, I thought, just heat up the spacer, and hopefully it grows enough that you can just slide it on. And that was the case. A couple seconds of heat, slipped right over the spindle, and I tapped on it with a hammer just to make sure it was seating flush and properly against the spindle. Got everything together. By the time I was done, it looked like a bomb went off in my garage. There was just crap everywhere. It was just a frustrating install for me. I did use a GM master cylinder. Reason being, I got it out of a small truck at Colorado. I figured it was probably same weight, maybe same power that would be required to use this. Plus, the one Ford that I had available to me to use, it was a plastic modular unit, and I just couldn't use it. So the Colorado had a steel housing that I could modify to fit in the car, and it just worked out better for me. Right now it's kind of dangling here. I forgot to install a proportioning valve, so I was told, and it's not that I forgot, it's that I didn't know. So I am going to end up redoing all the brake lines, only because it's ugly as hell, and I have to install that proportioning valve anyways. So once I get the firewall painted back up, I'll be able to reinstall my booster, which I cleaned up, painted, and it's just waiting in the basement to get put back on the car. I added a stiffening plate here on the firewall just to give it a little extra strength. So, I'll probably make sure that it's anchored to the dash as well, and that'll just help strengthen up the whole system. So it's pretty much wrapping up my ketchup series. I might have a look at the body and to show you some of the old bodywork that was done to the car, all the braze welded panels, that were hand fit. I actually had a body panel that was cut off of an original car, and I brought it home, and it was actually different than what was on the car. So I actually had to kind of form it a little bit better to match what the bodywork looked like in 1970. Right or wrong, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. I'm just gonna try and fix this car and bring it back to what it was. That being said, I was gonna have a look at the fuel system, but honestly, the fuel system's pretty simple. It's a poly tank. It's set up for gas or for carburation or fuel injection, because I'm not going to stick with carburetors forever. I do like the the plug and play of injection. We'll see how it goes, because quite honestly, the old AMT model, it had a GM engine, specifically a Cadillac engine, but unless I wanted to rip the engine out of my Cadillac, it's going to be hard to find. So I keep talking about that windshield. I am going to get to that. I probably can't see it from this angle, but I've just got that one passenger side corner to do, and I can actually button it up. I've got a package waiting at the post office for me right now with my new window seal, Shoebox Central, of course. It's just some things you cannot make, and that's one of them. So what I'm going to do probably, because this was a running and driving car before I started to dismantle it to fix everything. I'm going to post up those driving videos, the first start, test drives, and just the fun that I was able to have, driving a shoebox for the first time. So, all right, I'm going to put together some clips, and I'll see you after.
We have no windows, no seat belts.
No rules. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was supposed to charge up. Charge no problem.
Oh, wait, we'll reach for my seatbelt. There isn't one.
See you, kid. Might have to come get us. Don't go far.
that's good. Oh, that's good.
Welcome back. Well, that was fun. You know, those few moments that I got to, you know, get the car moving on its own, really helped motivate me to get the job done, and more so the fact that I've never actually driven or been inside a shoebox. Can't get a better feeling than driving your own, and having to do so much work to get to that point made it that much more gratifying. So, you know, I'm just going to keep plugging away on the car. Now I'm going to be posting current videos of construction on the car, and hopefully you stay interested. Hopefully my videos get better, and we're just going to have a good time doing it. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for coming back to watch, and we'll see you next time. Hey, lay down. Oh boy, stay down, stay down. You have to stay down or this won't work. But your ears are in the way. Nobody can see the car. Nobody. You gotta lay down. No? All right. I'm trying to film a video